Good morning to all. I am Dr.Anil kshirsagar. First of all, I would like to thanks to Eknath Kore sir and Bhushan Kulkarni sir who conducted the workshop on the e-content development from 15th April 2020 for their continuous efforts and the contribution. Every teacher should be develop develop their e-contents and create the awareness among them and how that e-content development is important and how become a techno-savvy teacher. So first of all, I would like to thanks to both the teachers, and now I am talking little bit about the plant morphology because botany is my subject, and so plant, how it will develop their plant body. So as we know that the seed is a very important part of the plants. After germination of the seed, it gives rise to the two important parts that is called as the plumule and the radicle. जर्मिनेशन झाल्यानंतर जे दोन पार्ट्स असतात, एक प्ल्युम्यूल आणि दुसरा आहे रॅडिकल. सो प्ल्युम्यूल इज गोज अपवर्ड, दे ग्रोइंग अपवर्ड अँड दॅट गिव्स राइज टू द शूट सिस्टम, and radical is a downward part that developing into the root system. So these are the two important parts through which the whole plant body will be developed. So there are several things that will be enhanced into them, that is called cell division, continuous cell division which is takes place, due to which the cell elongation, addition of the cells, older cells to the newer cells will be takes place, and that's why the growth of the plant which is happens. So how it will be happens, as let us we see about the shoot system. So shoot system is categorized into the three different portions of the shoots, that is the stem, leaves and the flower. And the root is a downward part which is developed from the radicle, and it gives rise to the function of the anchoring agent and absorb the some mineral elements, food material in the form of carbohydrate and starch, and provide it to the upper portion of the plant body. So this is a basic thing. But when their gradual development and growth which is takes place in the plants, so there is appears a huge structures. There are certain anatomical structures, that is the tissues, simple and complex tissues which is developing into them, and gradually they perform their function, and due to the cell division, cell elongation, the growth of the plant can be takes place. So again, the plant body is categorized into the two such kinds of the systems that we call it as the parts, that is the vegetative parts and the reproductive parts. Root, stem and leaves are the vegetative part of the plant body, while the flower is the reproductive part of the plant. So what are the concepts regarding to the stem, root, stem and the leaves? So root is again divided into two types, that is the one is called as taproot system, त्याला सोटमूळ म्हणतो आपण मराठीत, आणि सेकंड वन इज दॅट इज द ॲडव्हान्टेजेस रूट सिस्टम, त्याला आपण अगंतिक मुळे किंवा फायब्रस रूट्स असं सुद्धा म्हणतात. सो दॅट रूट इज कॅटेगराइज इन टू सच टू टाइप्स. Stem is again categorized into maybe hollow, maybe solid, maybe branch, maybe unbranched, maybe erect. So these are the different kinds of the stem. And the leaves are categorized into two types, that is the simple leaves, compound leaves. That is, in compound leaves again palmately lobe leaves, pinnately compound leaves, pinnately having unipinnate, bipinnate, tripinnate, tetrapinnate, like this. So these are the different types of the leaves, and so these are the root, stem and leaves are the vegetative parts. While the reproductive part, we focus on the reproductive part, that is flower. Flower is a condensed modified shoot of the plant, and they are reproductive structures. They developing into the male and female reproductive organs on them, that we alternatively called it as the androecium and the gynoecium. Androecium is the male reproductive part and gynoecium is the female reproductive parts. So this is the reproductive structure. So combinedly, this whole plant body which is developing into the root and the shoot system, that depends upon the root and the shoot system. So root is very important substratum. They anchor on this particular substratum and receive the food material in the form of water, carbohydrate, starch, and provided to the aerial shoot system, and they get developed. They functions variously. As we know that very well, that leaf is a doing a very important function, that is of the process of photosynthesis. They trap the sunlight into their chloroplast. They develop the pigment, that is chlorophyll pigments, and that's why they synthesize their own food material, and that's why the plants are called as autonomous plants. So this is because of that whole process known as photosynthesis, isn't it? त्याला प्रकाश संश्लेषणाची प्रक्रिया पण आपण म्हणतो. So this is the whole depends upon the different kinds of the internal arrangement of the tissue, that is the simple tissues and the complex tissues. As I just told you, the simple tissues is in the form of parenchyma, sclerenchyma, parenchyma, arenchyma. So these are the simple tissues and they performing their own. So as we focus on the sclerenchymatous tissue, they gives the mechanical strength and support. आपल्याला प्रश्न पडतो की ह्या वनस्पती अशा आदांतरित कशा काय उभ्या सरळ राहू शकतात. सो त्याचं बेस्ट एक्झाम्पल आहे sclerenchyma टिश्यू, because that sclerenchyma it gives the mechanical strength and support to the whole plant body, आणि म्हणून ते एवढे मोठ्या प्रमाणामध्ये उभे राहताना दिसतात. कितीही वादळ वारा पाऊस पाणी येऊ द्या, त्यांच्यावरती कुठल्याही प्रकारचं ते वाकत नाही, झुकत नाही, अशा पद्धतीने डोलारा त्याचा असतो. म्हणून ह्या sclerenchymatous टिश्यू हे सगळं काही त्याचं मेंटेन करतात, मेकॅनिकल स्ट्रेंथ अँड सपोर्ट. त्या रूटमध्ये पण असतात आणि स्टेममध्ये पण असतात, इतर सगळ्या पार्ट्समध्ये असतात. आणि कॉम्प्लेक्स टिश्यू सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचं म्हणजे कॉम्प्लेक्स टिश्यू झायलेम आणि फ्लोएम, दे आर फॉर्म इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द झायलेम टिश्यू अँड द फ्लोएम टिश्यू. झायलेम म्हणजे पाणी नेऊन देण्याचं काम करतो, पाणी नेणारी घटक आहे, आणि फ्लोएम हा फूड मटेरियल स्टोअर करण्याचं काम करतो. सो झायलेम इज वॉटर कंडक्टिंग टिश्यू and the phloem is the food storage tissue. So this is about the whole plant body and their internal organization. So little bit right from the germination of seed, they developing into root and shoot, and then later on the flower is a reproductive structure. Their reproduction which is occurs, that is cell pollination, cross pollination, artificial pollination. These are the mediator to develop the system. And after the pollination, it gives rise to the development of the zygote embryo, and then they convert it into the seed in the form of fruit and the seed, and that seed again germinates. So this is a complete life cycle of the plant body. So thank you very much.